Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone is the world record holder in the 400 hurdles and the reigning Olympic champion. She's arguably the greatest women's track athlete of all time, and definitively the best one we've ever seen at the high school level. But believe it or not, when she was dominating the track world at Union Catholic High School in New Jersey, there was another McLaughlin also on the track team. Just 2 years older than her was her brother Taylor. And for the record, he wasn't just on the track team. He was way out in front of almost everybody who ever faced off against him. Regardless of how anybody feels about it, Taylor McLaughlin was a track and field phenom who was one of America's best young talents. That's even without his sister stealing the headlines. But the shadow that her success has cast over his entire career keeps us from realizing just how good he actually was. The truth is that Taylor McLaughlin was one of the greatest collegiate hurdlers of his generation. And believe it or not, he is still one of America's best hurdlers right now. The only problem is, you probably weren't paying attention, but that's what you have me for, to tell you. Nobody really knows the story of Taylor McLaughlin because his sister has always been the leading story. They both attended Union Catholic in New Jersey, and although Taylor was 2 years older than her, the moment that she got to high school, she broke the national freshman record in the 400 hurdles. But by that point, Taylor was clearly one of the best high school prospects in the entire nation. However, there is a big difference between being one of the best and being the best recruit in all of high school. That difference is what we witnessed between Sydney and Taylor, because Taylor broke a bunch of his own records. He broke the national record for the 15-year-old age division in the 400 hurdles and became a New Jersey state champion in the indoor 400 meter and the outdoor 400 hurdles. He was even the Gatorade Boys Track and Field Athlete of the Year for the state of New Jersey. That's regardless of his event while he was a senior. But nobody really remembers that because Sydney became the Gatorade Girls National Track and Field Athlete of the Year during both her junior and senior years. She earned those awards on the way to becoming an Olympic semi-finalist in the 400 hurdles while she was still in high school, and then returned for her senior year. But when she was doing that, Taylor had already started his career in the NCAA. He committed to the Michigan Wolverines in the Big Ten, running his freshman season in 2016, where he'd win the Big Ten Conference in the 400 hurdles and become an All-American, going 5th overall at the NCAA championship meet. But you probably didn't even notice that he was there at the Olympic trials in 2016. He'd win the USA Junior Championship that year and finish second at the World Juniors in his signature event. And that was just the beginning, because later in his career, he'd win the Great Lakes Regional Track Athlete of the Year award for 2018. But that was also the same year that his sister Sydney broke the collegiate record in the 400 hurdles, and of course became the NCAA champion. After all that, he came back for his senior year at Michigan for what became Sydney's first year as a pro. And he graduated as a 3-time All-American in the 400 hurdles alone, not including anything he did in the Open 200, Open 400, or any of the relays. I'm almost certain you still weren't paying attention, but the story doesn't end there, because Taylor basically disappeared from the track, at least officially, after his college career ended. But that was until the year 2023. And he didn't just come back, he made his presence felt by running a new PR in the 400 hurdles and making the USA Championships in the final, finishing 5th overall in the 400 hurdles. And that is a very big deal because he was unattached while he was competing. I don't know what the future of Taylor McLaughlin's career will look like. All I've got are the receipts for everything he's done to this point. Taylor was a track and field phenom who was good enough to be the #1 recruit across every single event in the state of New Jersey. But we weren't paying attention because his sister might as well be the Serena Williams of track and field. He later became a world junior medalist and an NCAA All-American, while his sister became a collegiate champion, a world champion, an Olympic champion, and a world record holder. He could have called it a career and nobody would have blamed him, but something brought him back to the track. And now, he is one of America's best 400 hurdlers, heading into the 2024 Olympics. Whether or not he makes Team USA is besides the point, because Taylor is not just Sydney's older brother. Taylor McLaughlin is legit, and it's about time we put some respect on his name, because everybody else who has ever lined up against him in high school, college, and now in the pros already knows it, even if we weren't paying attention. I'm Coach Rob, and thank you so much for watching this video. And if you want to see more content like this, then please like and subscribe.